Oh, what up, y'all? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that travel. Most high, passports, the scriptures, energy up, everything else down. Salute to y'all. Listen, let's talk about this real quick. I got a video dropping tonight, um, talking about showing the true nature of what we can see with women. I didn't delve too deep. Um, but I gave a little bit of something what I was thinking. Because that McDonald incident, it shows the n- like how women are really not all there, but they were able to get away with all of these years. And this is why I said in the video, I kind of take back Jamel, what up, yo? I kind of take back everything I said about the internet needing to be regulated, because if we had the internet regulated, we wouldn't be able to see um, all of these things happening. It's giving us out like a close up on what women are actually doing behind closed doors. And then there's another video with a lady with a dog. That was this happens often. This happens often. So there's just it's just something that happens. Something that is normal. Something that is normal. Um, so wow, that's crazy. This McDonald's incident is crazy in Detroit. Also, do y'all see all of the flooding that's happening all over the United States of America? The field, which is AKA, well, better known as Plainfield, New Jersey. The field is what its other name, flooding. We've been dealing with that when I used to live there. All of the areas of flooding, parts of New York was flooding, Texas. Wow, so many areas. It's crazy. So many areas, so many places in the South that nobody speak of actually had flooding. They said these in Plainfield, New Jersey. They said two sisters died. So RIP to them. They were swept away in the water, and they couldn't swim and they drowned. And that's crazy to be in a city like area and this happens just like that. Not to be in the South or anything like that. That's crazy. So it can happen anywhere. So, man, that's crazy. But we see a lot of floods happening. We see volcanoes and places in Japan and places like that, Philippines, where they're having volcanoes starting to be active. Hawaii. So we're looking at all these things and seeing all these things, man. But you got to think, with there's so many shaking, so many bombs happening, being dropped on these places. Who knows if that vibration, or you never know about them patterns, the tectonic plates. You never know what's happening. It's just like we take all of this stuff um, for granted, like it's a throwaway, a wash in a bucket, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't. But right now, that's the thing that's happening. So who knows? Who knows? The facts are, oh, salute to Traveler Quadruple 4. What up, brother? OG is in the building. Salute to the OG. Yeah, I ain't been up here for a minute. It's been like a month or close to it. Or close to it. Who knows? Couple weeks? I don't know. But appreciate you for being in the building. Anybody that's coming in, just hit the thumbs up, share it on your Facebooks. Listen, you let me just say this. I'm not the defender of passport bros. Why every time somebody sends me a video, they think that I'm going to pick up my passport bro sword and start swinging for like around the air, right? With words. Your verbal sword, and I'm just going like ting 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 blade. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I was getting it in. I'm not going to be the defender. I don't, like, you guys can't put a battery in my back. That's what women do to you guys as objects, and you fall for it. But don't try to do that to content creators. Stop it. Like, because it's not going to work with me. Because somebody, a random dude who y'all want to blow up because y'all start sharing his stuff. Do y'all notice I don't share none of this stuff? Like, every once in a while I do it. Every once in a while, it's rare. It's rare now. Because we done heard the message before. We done heard it in and out. Now, if you want to make content, get paid off it, of course you'll do that. But as far as me, nah, I don't need to. I don't need to. They haven't stopped anything. And as you see, when you could let me tell you how you know this is working. And nobody did a video about this yet. Nobody did a clear-cut video with just and let it blow up so they could get numbers off it. But watch they do it now. They're gonna slickly do it. They're gonna do it on the sly. But everybody's watching because a lot of people listen to my content and they tell another person what I said, even though that other person don't listen to me, right? But they still know about me. They should have taken the rapper, right? Tony Yayo, cut clips from him, and they should have taken the ex-NBA player Paul Pierce's words and put them together. You got Paul Pierce, who is an NBA champion, who been in the NBA so long, got like lots of money, right? Still doing podcasts, and now he's talking about getting women overseas. He's part of the Passport Bros movement. He's part of that movement. He relinquished the Kevin Samuels side of things because he spoke on that before, right? But he don't even want that side. He don't even want to deal with them all together. He don't even want to deal with them all together. Once he saw somebody with the Princess of Dubai, he was like, oh, Dubai or Qatar. He was like, oh, yeah, you need to go over there. Just think about that. And nobody decided to take Paul Pierce clip and really do a dive on it and then use other people's videos that they're talking bad about us on. Brother Zeke, what up, yo? So just get that, man. What's going on, Lawson? Salute, brother. Salute to you, brother. Nobody decided to do that yet. To make good content from. I see it over TikTok being shared like crazy. So, but you see everybody coming to our side. So all of the people saying stuff about people going overseas, It's old at this point. It's been like 3, 4 years, man, of constant. Let me use all of my V words that I used in the video earlier that I'm about to put out. Now, y'all write these words down, right? Vile, vicious, vindictive, venomous, violent, virulent, vexatious, vapid, valueless. Shall I keep going? Shall I keep going? That's what I do. I sharpen my vocabulary because for some reason, when I look at new words or continue to build my arsenal, it makes me a creative side of writing books or thinking about other things that can elevate you on a different um simplify. Simplify, Mr. Yes. What? Wow. Shout out to Texas Marine. But you see what I'm saying? And so it makes your creativity parts of your brain, that's your creative side, though, and it elucidates your cognitive abilities to expand the creative portion in your brain to think more. And now thoughts become pellucid. So that's just me though. Garfield, what up? So it's crazy how they can keep having these attacks on us. They can keep levying attacks. Um, they can attempt to diminish what we're trying to accomplish, but they can't stop it. That's what I tell you guys. You guys don't make content. You guys do not make content. Your faces aren't out there in public to where you're noticeable when you go places. You know what's bad? When somebody can notice you in the airport, when someone can notice you, more than one or two people can notice you in the airport, and then people look at you and say, "Oh, who are you? What's your content?" And then you have to say, "My content ain't for you. It's not for you." Then, but now I can honestly say that my content has moved in a direction to where I'm not directed at aiming um, negatively at women. Instead, man, that's why there's dark spots around my nose. These heavy glasses, they hurting me. Shoot, it's bright. Um, so you just got to think about it. You have to think about it. Jay Shaw, what up, yo? So that's the now I'm expanding my content to where it's just not strictly for men. We can evolve, and a lot of guys didn't like it. Yes, man, don't do ladies, man. It's us fellas. I said I still got the fellas backs, but I want to do more content about different topics, and that involves women. So if it has to, so be it. So I understand you guys, like most of my audience. You got to think never supported me. You talk about now. I read through all of the purchases I ever had. Like, what's the most on one book? It probably was like 30 sales on one book. So my audience, for the most part, is like 30 guys that really ever rock with me at one particular time. 30. Everybody else who are watchers. But as far as putting their money where their words are, or putting their money where their eyes and ears are, there's only 30 good fellas. Um, and you can look at what I received through super chats when I used to have that. Wasn't many. Wasn't many. So that's why to change up my content, it ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all don't view it anyway. 170 views on the live stream. Y'all don't share it. Nothing. So I'm not missing anything by switching up, pivoting. So that's why I don't do none of the content talking about the same old thing. Traveling, traveling, traveling. Okay, you're gonna travel. Okay, you're gonna mess with whores. How much can you talk about that? You can't talk, and then you got to wait for a new travel event to happen. That's what most do. Most you got passport bros, ambulance chasers. Also, let me repeat: you got passport bros, ambulance chasers. They want to keep it under the guise of traveling overseas, right? To where they don't make content unless something violent happens. They're waiting for. It's like they low key behind their desk in their house, never going overseas themselves, right? And then some even live overseas but stay in the house because they're scared of the country that they actually are living in. Isn't that crazy? You go overseas to stay in a vicinity of that particular country because you fear that something is going to happen to you, and eventually, I hate to say it, it is because you're providing that girly energy. You are. You're going to make the news, and eventually, the news is going to be you. Leave that stuff alone. Make travel about food. Don't just become an ambulance chaser and then soon something happened, you ready to report on it. Yeah, eventually something's going to happen to you, whether it's 10 years from now, whether it's 15. Am I hoping it? No, that's the energy that you put out. You fear for that country. I don't go to a country and be fearful. I just told my brother was visiting me, right? My oldest brother got me by like nine years. He was visiting me. I told him all of the stories of all everything. See, y'all didn't get the raw version. I wish we could have a camera and y'all could have heard this, man. This would have been good content. But a lot of these cats I hang out with don't want to be on camera. So that's why I can't get you guys good content. So I was busy with family, right? The stories I told my family members, their mouths dropped. The stuff that I experienced overseas, they like, that place, I'm good. And I'm like, and you still go to these places? Yes. Yes. Because I've met some guys and some family members, some women, men that are laid down their lives for me in a lot of these places. I'm talking about against their very locals. So when you can meet people and they can see your true nature, see, you guys, I meet a lot of you and I don't even like you. I'm going to just be honest with you. I meet a lot of you and I don't even like you because y'all fake, you're phony, you're fictitious. Nothing about you is real. Even me shaking your hand, I could feel the energy. And sometimes I try to play it off, but then later after you leave and your actions show literally show how you are. I'm like, listen, I've never proclaimed to be no millionaire. I told you I'm in uh, the same field I've been in for 20 plus years. I'm good at what I do. Manage a small staff. Um, I'm good at what I do. I never try to say this big time baller, this big person on crypto. Damn, a mosquito got me good just now. Damn, it hurt too. It's starting to hurt. Mosquito got me good just sitting here real quick. Oh, that's crazy. Damn, he got me good. So just think about that. Might catch one. I'm out for blood now. I just want to kill one just for the heck of it. Just think about that. Said people watch Passport Bros for a train wreck. Yeah, they do. Let's be real. Yes, there's a lot of gatekeepers in the Passport Bros community. Out the world, yes, they do. I don't know what you mean, gatekeepers. They don't gatekeep nothing. I say a middle finger to all them content creators who think they're gatekeepers and they hold some type of power. A middle finger to all of them. I don't give a damn about none of them dudes making content. None of them except a couple. And I tell you all the time who I respect. Black Ram 313, um, TMI for how he is. He gonna be the way he is, and I respect it. He never tried to front, and I respect that. I might not agree with his content wholly and stuff like that, but I respect him for being, and that's how you separate it. And he's a good dude. He's a good dude. People could talk about him. I saw a video with somebody talking about him in a negative light. I'm like, I don't care. Like people sending that to me as if they want me to respond, and these people are close friends. And I'm like, what I'm gonna respond for? That person saying something bad about him. What I'm gonna respond for? I just know how I'm gonna respond if they come in my face with some. It's not gonna be pretty. That's just how I am. I don't bother nobody, and I got the Most High on my side. So I don't. I move differently. I don't move how everybody move with this travel game. I don't be out there trying to be tough. I don't do none of that. I be in my own zone, talking my own ish, and having fun. So that's just me. That's just me. You can think I'm a skinny guy that you think you're going. Okay, we'll see what happens. But that's just me. So gatekeepers and nothing. They can't. You can't have gatekeepers as passport bros. All you have to do is get a passport and not talk to none of these fucking ingrates. They're nobodies. Their somebodyness is talking to you mother who think they're somebody. I don't operate like that. Y'all listen to me, you listen to me, you don't. It's been like that way over 10 years of me doing content. It's been that way over 10 years of me doing content. I've been the same for the last 10 years. Hell, when I was younger, I was more vicious. I calmed down. Everybody who know the young Yesh, you met me when I was like 29, 28, 30. Yeah, I know I was raw. They know I was going up to anybody acting crazy. The more mature me, a little different. I'm a little different. A little different. Anybody that really know me back in my 20s, back in my early 30s, back in my, like, right at that 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 mark, who know me on here is rare. But some of them who watch know me, and they'll tell you, I was three gun Sam. Like literally. I was three gun Sam. So um I'm talking about something across the chest, two on the side. Who won it? Like on my Rambo stuff. So I'm lucky to still be here. But again, you learn. And you got to think I was like this in some of the most toughest cities that you could think of at that particular time. So appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Um, definitely appreciate it. Appreciate all what life give you to where your knowledge increases and you understand that life isn't worth the headache. People wake up every day to make your life as hellish as theirs. And when you operate to where you can maneuver or have the strength, the mental fuerte para pensando correcto de, de usando otras maneras por viviendo este diferente del Patrick. What up, yo? Salute to Patrick. Salute to everybody sharing it on their Facebooks. Salute to all of y'all, man. But yeah, give you a different way to do things, a different mindset. Um, just know it's a difference. And the more you grow, the more you mature, as though I did. So I'm never gonna take away from my youth. I love to tell them stories because that's when I was younger. Hell, I'm getting older. That's when I was younger. Am I the oldest? No. Am I still right there to where I'm strictly unk status and young? No. I'm like right there with a you unk and you can't go below that. So I'm good to be that age. Am I still the ability to move faster than somebody in their 50s and 60s? Yes. Even late 40s, I move better than people in their late 40s who got me by 8, 9 years. Um, they can barely move right now. So I'm happy to still be that young unk, right? So it don't bother me. People don't like these terms because they don't want to get older. I don't care about these terms. You could call me uncle all day. I got nephews older than a lot of yous. Like I got a nephew right now. He's like 24, 23. So I got. So I'm happy to be wiser. The people that don't want to gain wisdom, like they don't want to make the correlation to with age, experience, and understanding with a category of age, wisdom, and age, experience, and understanding. Those are three things: age, experience, and understanding. Most guys that still act kiddie, still act childish at a certain age, is because they don't have these three, right? They don't have these three. They don't have the understanding of age. They don't have the understanding of experience. And they don't have the understanding of understanding. They just don't. They don't have those three: age, experience, and understanding. Think about this. When you age, you gain more experience. And when you gain more experience, you understand what you know, or you seek to understand what you've experienced. You idiots, preach, preacher, church. We're going to take them to church, travel church. Again, age, experience, and understanding. That leads you to wisdom. And again, it's in your own right. It's not the all knowing wisdom, it's what you've experienced, is what you've understood. Chavo got you before la vida está bueno. Aunque a mi edad me muevo lento. Oh, shit, yo. Salute the Traveler Quadruple Four, man. Salute. But those are the things that I've learned. Age, experience, and understanding. And those that get it. Those that choose not to or want to fight back. Everybody look at me as for some reason, I'm in my 40s and I'm getting old. And everybody still look at me as competition. I'm in my 40s. I'm not in my 30s. I'm not in my late 20s. But when I step into a room, everybody thinks that in order for my information to be qualified, Yesh has to approve it. So the information that he gives, I got to try to be contrary of what he's giving just to be contrary. Not so we can build with each other, like, and bounce off each other's information. They try to get in a room and silence me because what I'm going to say is going to encompass what they've said because I study a lot. In competition with me. I don't care if I play ball, I get on the court and people are being competition. It's just something about my energy that people say it diminishes what they know or what they have. Just my presence alone. And again, even if I come in there very humble, it's still like something with, yeah, I know he's humble, but is he really humble? Is he really like that? Yes, most people will tell you, if I'm going to be an asshole to you, I'm going to be an asshole. You're not going to be able to do nothing about it. I'm either going to go all the way there or not go there. And you're going to be like, okay, this dude is cool. Yeah, I am. And then stop thinking that every person wants to talk to you. No. Some people want to go to a cigar lounge, go to a country, and sit there and not talk to nobody because they might be going through stuff in their personal lives. So could y'all please stop that? Stop thinking that every time you see a content creator, you need to have a conversation with him. When he doesn't have a conversation with you, he's weird. I don't look at it like that. I don't call people that do that weird. You know who's really weird and who's not. Leave people alone. Because if they want to talk to you, they'll lead the conversation. Like, I know how to do that. God, I just swear y'all take what everybody says gospel because you listen to your favorite content creator and they do more videos than I do. Stop it. So you take their word for gospel. But I guarantee you, if I have a conversation with somebody with no computer, oh, Traveler Quadruple Four did it. He dropped a load on that Cash App. Salute to that brother. Whew, woo. Appreciate it. I do wish sometimes I had super chat when I see those type of Cash Apps so you guys can see it. But that's why I give you your respect. So, but people still want the red. They want the colorful. Dudes operate mentally like little children. That's why they don't donate to Cash Apps, and they'll use they'll use the excuse as, hey, I ain't got Cash App. Hey, I ain't got PayPal. Hey, I ain't got this. When we all know that's a lie. If it was them and they didn't have cash or credit card and they wanted to buy a whore, oh, they're gonna find a way to buy that whore. They're gonna find a way. Their mind is now God, and God maketh the way. So you can miss me with that. So, but again, I appreciate Traveler Quadruple Four for doing it when he didn't have to all of this time, because it's been, man, Traveler Quadruple Four been doing that for a long time now. So I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I really do. I didn't have Cash App till you told me, but see, This is a prime example, like one of the OGs who didn't have Cash App until you get what I'm saying? Salute to him, yo. Damn, I really appreciate it. And again, you got older gentlemen that, bro, I spoke to an old cat, I never forget it, in his mid 60s. I spoke to him when I was last in Brazil, and his conversation was so effing refreshing, man. And I'm a dude that knows a lot. And he was trying to get stuff out of me. And I was like, nah, dude, I just want to hear you talk. I want to hear you drop gems. And it was so refreshing to talk to him. Right before I left Brazil, I'll never forget that. Right before I left Brazil, we had a long conversation. I just met the dude at a breakfast spot on the corner. So I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate like cats that see me. And then come to find out, he said, "Who are you?" Like I showed him he was like, "Oh, I did see one of your videos before." So it was just good. And I know people, negative people, are like, "Oh, he knew you the whole time." Just stop. Get out that. Get out that. Get out the negativity. He said it's his first time. He didn't notice me or whatever, but he only watched me one time. I believe him. So um, it's just we got to stop going straight to negative. Like, and that's how I changed my life, and my circle was able to change because I got out of that. I used to run straight to negativity, and I stopped it, and it worked. It genuinely worked. It genuinely worked, and that's why I lift my eyebrows up a little more, like this, to try to get that instead of like this, because I always look mean. Like I got this raw face where I'm always serious, so I try to do this often. I try to do this often with family members. I try to crack jokes because I ain't been around them for a long time. And now that we all older, um, it's just an experience. You try to change little stuff that'll help with that. So um, it's an experience. But again, the more you go see that what you're going through and these other countries aren't anything compared, your life isn't compared to those. Oh, Mr. Zeke, I appreciate it. Shout out to brother Zeke in the chat with the Cash App. Appreciate it, brother. Mr. Zeke donates. MG Virgin donates. Yaquab donates. So appreciate y'all brothers, man. Appreciate your brother Zeke. So just think about that. Just take that all in. So when you think, oh man, salute, brother. Salute. I appreciate it, brother. Definitely do. When you think that you're going through something, you're not respected, but you know what it's like to write over 34 books. You sent it to different companies, literary agents, and you do that up until this day. Books that you've already put out, well, maybe they'll buy the rights to it, and you get no responses. You know what that's like to do something that you love? And then now, one of my books that I wrote before ChatGPT, I wrote it way before ChatGPT. I put it in ChatGPT and it say 60% of my book was written by ChatGPT, and I wrote it before ChatGPT. That's how good of a book that I wrote. But it don't get the light of day because I'm nobody. You see what I'm saying? So um it's 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 bananas. And I'm glad I could come from as an author to write books before ChatGPT. So when one of my books is always put in there, they can say, well, he wrote that a long time ago. Can't be ChatGPT. He said, damn, getting snubbed by AI. Yeah. Like for instance, I wrote compared to what the characteristics between plants, animals, and humans. That was before this Chat GPT thing. I'm giving y'all a book that was before this, and it's still pegged as Chat GPT. So really don't care though. But a human wrote it. But you know what that's like to actually write. Now, some of the books I've used the artificial spell check through Microsoft Word, and they said even if you use Microsoft Word, the spell check, you still got to consider this AI. And I said, yo, I'm Grammarly. You know Grammarly? That's AI. You can't use that no more. You can't use that. You can't use correction. You can't use that no more. It's gonna get tagged as AI. You can't even use Grammarly. You got to actually go to a person who sits down and goes over all of your work and pay them an arm and a leg. I need to cop more of your books. Only have Her Career Guide and Pastoral Bros book. Oh man, yeah, you do. You do. And that's why I wanted to write them plain. Like if y'all look at my travel books, I try to write them plain. Because when I start getting into my zone, when years ago when I wrote compared to what the characteristics between plants, animals, and humans, I tried to get intellectually deep. And when you get intellectually deep, they think it's written by AI. So that's why I was like, fuck it. If I have those mess ups in the books now in the future, like the ones I'm gonna release, I'm gonna just have those mess ups in there so y'all can see that it was like I'm not even gonna get corrections or anything like that. I want the raw thing. You know what they going back to? They going back to where they want to. They want you to show your human deficiencies. Isn't that crazy? While the world evolves, right? While the world evolves, or you can't even lose evolve. While the world moves forward, I don't like that word evolve in this context. While the world moves forward in technological advances, they want your work, whether it's art, because even if you get AI to do your book designs, they castigating people that are popular writers for getting AI to design their book covers. Isn't that crazy? But just think about that, yo. So they want everything else to advance, but they want in certain categories or certain genres or certain jobs, or they want stuff to show your flaws as a human. And you know why they're doing that, right? Not that you put the story together and these algorithms or these computer programs are correcting some of the stuff that you said. They don't care about that. It's a way to say, even though we built this so it can be used in this manner, we still want you to see that computers, or in this context, are more superior than you are. And that's that to me. That's what happened. That's how I look at it. In this category, computers are more advanced or superior than you are when it comes to that creative side that you're saying, because they can think about what you're saying, cultivate it and correct it when you couldn't. So we got to keep you there. So, but no, I refuse. If you made a program and I spelled something wrong, and they can go in and say, well, you know, you spelled this wrong on this particular page, even if I read it, because sometimes you read it over and over and over again. Sometimes people miss some things. I wrote my children's book and I sent it to 3 different people. And 3 different people had different things that they said was wrong in the children's book. All 3 editors who don't know each other battering each other. Well, this is wrong. You shouldn't put it in this context. I sent it to another one. I said, never again. I literally, for 1,000 words, wasted $1,500. For 1,000 words, I wasted 1,500. Never again. I said, what? Yeah, you should go change it. I changed it and sent it to another editor. You should do this. This sounds too more adult. You need to. I go change it again, send it to another one. I said, no. I said, well, to the third one, I said, well, I had this idea and I sent it back to the second one. They said, no, this is still wrong. I corrected that, then sent it back to the first one. I said, man, this is hogwash. So that's why if I got errors in my books, I don't really care. Because I know I'm an intelligent guy. So I know if somebody wants to compete with my knowledge or test my knowledge on particular things and see if I'm vast at what I'm talking about, okay, okay. You can bet your top dollar. But because you guys, you've heard me talk before throughout the years. You know what I'm knowledgeable about. And I love travel. I love intellectual conversations. I love philosophy. Those are my strong suits. And that's what moved the gauntlet in life going, especially in this Western society. You got to think the philosophical thought in the Enlightenment period. So, do I big myself up? Do I boast in a way? Do I pat myself on the back? Fuck yeah. Because y'all not going to do it. So, I got to say to myself, you can do it, yes. While you look at it as bragging and boasting, it's really like, you can do it when nobody's in my corner. I looked at a video, right? Brother Zeke, appreciate it, brother. I looked at a video, right? And I'm about to do a video, and please, if you got TikTok, y'all need to go look at this. I looked at a video where it says, do women need men? Now, we did the timeline, and I'm glad to say this, right? We did the timeline. That's why you got to be built differently for the internet attack. People that's going to attack your character who don't know you, people that's going to make comments and all of that. You see, all of these years, especially in the height of the passport bros hate, I got the most vicious and vile attacks and I done broke down all the V's. So if you want to hear all the V's again, all the adjectives with V in it, go listen to the show over, right? And I'll give you 11 adjectives with the V word that you can use, like vile, vicious, vindictive, and all of those words. And we can keep going. I know all of the V's. I know all of the A's. I know all of the B's. I know everyone, right? But in the video, it said, "Do men need women?" I listened to a video that popped up. Oh shit! Who's that, brother Zeke? Vociferous, hilarious. And my eyes, yo, my eyes are bad. Listen to man, my eyes, I can't see nothing. That's why I gotta come so close to the phone. I can't see nothing. But I saw a clip of Steve Harvey saying men can't live without a woman. I wrote over 33 books without a woman. I've been out the country over 100 times without a woman. I've been able to learn 2.5 languages in growing. without a woman. I've learned discipline without a woman. I've learned brotherhood without a woman. I've learned sexual discipline because I haven't touched a woman in 3 years, right? 3. That's the last time I touched a woman. We talked about it because my family knows. And they were making their jokes, but they respected it. And my brother even sent me a quote. He said, a man that abstains from sex is about to turn into a legend. He's literally working on his legendary status. I've learned how to do all of this without a woman, and I can keep going, right? Now, me and my mother are like this. Me and my pops are like this. We're very tight. So if you want to say a woman, they'll say, oh, that's no. They know what type of woman we were talking about. We're talking about romantic, right? So let's stop this, right? I've done all of that in counting, right? I learned discipline with finances without a woman, and that's very big. To be able to maintain your finances without a woman being around, not budgeting so you can give her something. Miss me with that. It's budgeting so in the long run, when you do have a family, you can have a nest egg for a family, not a woman, for a family, right? And we've gotten that confused. The reason why I went on hiatus, right, is because I wrote a book that it was easy to write because there's more bullet points than anything. And I did a detailed analysis about marriage, and you guys should go pick this up, right? I did a detailed analysis, marriage at a certain point that was needed. This point, and I'll tell you in the book why I started at this point. I'm not going to tell you here because I don't want to spoil the information in the book, right? But I started at a certain point for a reason, and it's a historical point or event that happened. And I said, marriage from this point on to within the confines of religion, any religion. And I did the marriage without religion. Oh, it's a deep look, fellas. It's something that you can talk about over the cooler at work or with family or people that, and there's a whole historical account to why there was this diminishing account of marriage, even now. Like, and there's a reason why they try to place that concept on men and absolve women of it. Oh, I delve deep for this. I'm talking about reading books on Sam Harris's book that came out in 2004, and Isaac and all of these guys' books. I had to read through their books, and I said, "Well, I want to know why some of these guys think like this about marriage, who come from it, where they don't like the the religious part of it, even a context with overseas to the more first world countries, even though we know that was a context used in world, first world, third world, all that, right? Even though that was a context used in war. But the first world countries versus the third world countries, or developing countries, as I like to use. So I delved into all of that. And so they can't shame us or castigate us, but I'm writing this book. So once you can have a clear perception of marriage and the timeline, you can understand it. So when you're on these shows battling women about marriage, you can have something that somebody that you know wrote, and so you could go to the footnotes and they can go and research it and say, oh, well, he was actually right. He was actually right. And I go into points and I delve deep mentally to see and what can I think about that the average person isn't going to think about. Because again, I like to say this quote, and y'all know I do. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything has been done. But do it in a way that has never been done, or say it in a way that has never been said. That's it. That's how you look like a creative genius. And in order to do that, you got to dig. But thinking about sex all day is not going to help me. Thinking about finances all day is not going to help me. It's not. It's going to keep you stressed out. You know what it's like doing all those trips to Brazil and using your actual money to do it? You using your hard-earned money to travel to Brazil all of those times, or all of these different countries. Your hard-earned money. You had to work like a dog for 2 weeks just to get that money to go overseas and show everybody on the internet and it's not respected. Now, I don't give a damn about none of that. A middle finger to all of you. And that's a clear middle finger. I don't care about none of you what you think. Yes, ain't making overseas content. Fuck you. Go to the nearest bridge and jump on. Don't stop until your face hits something. The person that should be asking that is the people that donate. Those are the only people that have the right to ask those questions. Everybody else has the right to get blocked. Don't ever ask me nothing about going back overseas. You just in here. You stay as a window shopper. So to think about all of those, right? To think about all of those, to think about and put all of that together, um, to know that you don't have to worry about these things is a blessing. So do you need women? If you want to build a family and you want to have sexual, somebody that you can go to constantly for sex, but out of that sex comes children. Are you prepared for that? Do your concepts of marriage align? Even with women overseas, do your concepts of marriage align? Because you could go overseas, like right now, I could go overseas and mess with 1,000 whores. I can mess with 1,000 whores. It's never the issue. But you know what's more difficult? Finding a woman that's aligned with you. Not trying to be your girlfriend, that's easy. Making you a wife is easy. You can make any one of them a wife overseas. Anyone. I can get off the plane and go to and you can make anybody a wife. It's not hard. But we got to look into what marriage is, why is it decimated, and what it always was. Because researching this stuff and really delving deep into different groups and tribes and all of that, marriage ain't what you guys think. It's not. And I realized, when guys say some stuff in the comment sections on in YouTube and all of these places, I can tell they're unlearned and unread. You can tell. Because the first thing, it's a money grab. You'll hear people say that, and you just be looking at me like, you're just saying anything just to make yourself feel good. So, in that context, we got to delve deeper. We can't just look at videos and cursory reading, cursory information, knowledge. Y'all see, I take months. Like I'll finish a book and start up one that I've been working on for a while. Start that one up and finish. I got another sci-fi book that I've been writing for like a year and a half. They might come out and say it's AI. But just think about that. I literally have about 20 books that I've been working on for the last probably like 11 years. And I just start them, stop them, do some magnificent word verbiage in them, like one page, stop it and don't come back to it for like 3 months. Go back to it real hard for like a month, finish it, and then go to another one. That's just how I do. I love writing, man. I love explaining things. I love looking at history. I don't like revisionist history. I don't like it. That's why I tell you guys to grab a copy because they're going to be able to regulate what you guys receive digitally if you don't have these books on hand. So that's how I look at it. But we look into the history of marriage, and it's eye-opening. It's eye-opening. Definitely eye-opening. And some stuff that you learn what groups that you've never heard of in history have done. Wow. So, but the concept of marriage now, is it the same? Is it is it government based, or do you want it more spiritual than government based? And when you guys break free from that verbal bond, can the energies from heaven castigate both of you? Yeah, they should. If you don't want paperwork done, right? You don't want the government all in your business. If you think that absolves you from keeping that sanctimonious commitment, then I think something should happen to you. I do. Both of you. The one that left are the ones that did something wrong. Yes, because when it's sacred or there's a deep connection from in a metaphysical world or spiritual world with the that's connected to the Most High, you should get done dirty. So when the Most High is watching, you made a commitment. Holy Spirit and Christ is all in unison when you start making that attention call. So something should happen to you. Now, if you don't believe in none of that, whatever you believe in, something should happen to you. I believe in that. So that's just me, because I take that seriously. Once you make a vow, that vow should be for a lifetime. Whether you guys get infiltrated or influenced by outside noise, that's on you, idiots. That you're dumb. You're both dumb. And then sometimes you got that woman that don't want to listen, very stubborn. And sometimes you got that man that's very stubborn. I'm talking about stubborn. Mark B, what's up, brother? Man, I ain't seen Mark B in months. Damn. Mark B, oh man, you talk about donate? Mark P been donating to me. It was one live stream. Him and Travel Quadruple before both donated at the same time. But Mark B been around for a long time. And I was gonna mention you earlier, but I didn't want to take the shine from Travel Quadruple before, even though he won't mind. But that was his time for him to shine. So again, I appreciate you, Mark B. Definitely appreciate you being in the building because you really showed love to this platform, right? So like Mark B, Travel Quadruple, MG Virgin, um, um, the man, there's so many that donated that can have a voice in this. Texas Marine donated too before, large money. So You got a few of them cats, Mr. Z. You got a few of them cats that really go hard, and they like, yo, we want to see a travel video. Like one day, Travel Quadruple Four said, "Where did the live stream go?" He said, "Where did the live stream go?" I put it back up, all because he said something. Because he's a contributor, and I put it back up. He's a contributor. He sent me a message on another video and said, "Where did your live stream go from earlier?" Put it back up. Left it up there. And that's what, when people support you, you want them to be entertained. You want them to be, that's what we do. That's what we do for those particular people. Now, the other people that don't, they're strictly window shop for years, and we got a lot of them who never gonna travel out the country, who never gonna read a book, who's never gonna support you, who's never gonna, and they can have lots of money. Some of them got a great nest egg, and they still stick a middle finger to you, even though they look at you, watch you, they taken in your advice, they've learned some things, and they still don't care. They just, again, and I'd be happy when stuff happened to those bullish head dudes overseas. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Oh shoot. Travel Quadruple Four went out again. Yo, what the hell is going on here, yo? Man, I really appreciate it, brother. Shout out to Traveler Quadruple Four. Damn. Traveler 444, appreciate you, brother. That's the OG, man. That's the OG. Yeah, Brother Zeke, exactly. Brother Zeke said it. Ear hustling, freeloading. They won't even give you a like. That's how bad it is. They won't even hit the like button. And every time I hear something that happened to a dude, yeah, she been looking at you. Oh, Rollout Dow in the building. Man, appreciate Rollout Dow in here. Oh, he just listening. He probably working and listening. I ain't see Rollout Dow. He's not in here. Oh, shoot. Shout out to Rollout Dow. We got all of the cats in the building. Man, all of the dudes that usually show love. Oh, yeah, okay. He's here. All right, cool. Rollout Dow. Appreciate the cash out, brother. Man, Rollout Dow in this piece. So just get this. Holy shit. Mark B had to take it there. Yeah, that's what I said. This brothers, Mark B just, oh shoot, Mark B, you ain't have to do that, brother. You've been doing that for so many years. You and Traveler Quadruple 4, Rollout Dow done that before. Man, y'all brothers always donate. Always heavy bucks. Y'all brothers don't have to do it. Rollout Dow sat on here. I remember I was live for 2 hours. Rollout Dow rolled out. But Mark B, this is your time. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everything. Yo, Jamel, what up, brother? Appreciate everything you do. Appreciate it. Jamel was given before too. That was a couple years ago. Jamel even showed love when I came back to Atlanta, and let me spot at his what you call it for a couple months. So appreciate him. Appreciate that brother, definitely. He showed love too. Got to give brothers their credit where credit is due. Definitely have to. See, Rollout Dow starting again. I told you. Let me tell that story. Rollout Dow, I was on here for 3 hours. Rollout Dow, back to back to back to back to back for 2 hours straight. That brother was donating every 5 minutes. That right there shocked everybody. They was like, no, not he did it again. I was like, yeah, he did it again. Brother, I've been on a serious grind this year. Yeah, man, they told me. They told me you visited the cigar lounge, brother. Yo, let me just talk about the Jamel, man. He got a business. He going strong. They told me that he stopped at the cigar lounge when I couldn't make it. Um, you guys got to understand, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Let me just say this: I can't like meet with people often. This is my blood cousin and my brother. These are again my blood brother, my blood cousin, right? Not through marriage, through blood. I did a meetup, right? Yo, roll out Dower again. Yo, hilarious. Yo, here he go. He's starting. Yo, we met this weekend, along with a couple other cats that I know, not from the cigar lounge, but some cats I know, right? We had one day, one meeting, and one cat from who I'm cool with. We real tight now. Um, Jamel No Low. That one day, they came in. They were here from 4 o'clock to 4 a.m. I was exhausted. The next day, because they haven't seen me for a while, all over again. I'm talking about, listen, I understand that cats want to chill. I get it. But when cats meet up, the cats that don't know when to shut it down, they can roll out down. Yo, this brother, man, he doing it again. When when cats don't know how to shut it down, some cats know, yo, it's time for me to go. I don't want to wear out my welcome. Other cats, they stay all night long. And it's to the point you got to tell them, yo, I don't give a fuck where you go, but you got to get the fuck out of here. Then all of a sudden you looked at as a mean person. It's 4 a.m. What are you still doing? It's fucking 4 a.m. No singleness or loneliness is going to have me. Now, mind you, everybody's not single. And I can say that for a fact. People got girlfriends. But there's no amount of me running from my girlfriend or being ultra single that's going to make me stay at somebody's house till 4 a.m. He said you got to take people in small doses. Exactly. Exactly. And I was exhausted. I literally slept for 2 days straight, trying to be nice. People think I'm always mean. I'm not. I got my little hiccups where I don't want to be bothered. Oh God, roll out doubt. What is going on here? He doing it again. He donating all of this money. So just understand that. I literally slept for 2 days because I wasn't trying to be a party pooper. Everybody wanted to come around. Everybody wanted to. So I said, okay, well, let me be a stand-up. Let me be part of the happiness. And I was drained, entertaining people from 4 in the afternoon to 4 a.m. or the next day from 6 o'clock to about 3 a.m. is very, very, very draining. Very draining. It is. And then not only that, oh, I can't tell you this. One day I'm gonna tell you this, but right now I'm not. And then you got to think, my brother was staying with me, so that was another issue. I'm just trying to get my wallet closed. Too much money in it. Oh, he said I'm just trying to get my money closed. Too much money in here. He said his wallet is too hilarious. Damn, salute, roll out Dow, man. I really appreciate it, brother. I see when cats see y'all donating like this, they know that I get love, right? They hoping that nobody donate. They hoping to see some negative stuff with me. They hoping because cats don't like me. They don't like me. They want me to do what they want me to do. They want me to be how they want me to be. I don't operate with nobody I know like that. I respect people, like literally people for who they are. You don't need to be like me. You don't need to be like that other person. You don't need to be the way I want you to be. Be you. Be you. Salute to everybody. So, yo, that's the crazy part about it. So, it's like, even overseas, bro. I've been on the look, I've hung out with people and I asked them, I'm like, you ain't ready to go in the at the hotel or Airbnb? Yo, for some reason, even overseas, hold on, I gotta say this. I gotta say this in the dark, right? Even overseas, you got cats that don't want to. Oh God, Roll Out Dow did it again. Yo, he really might have a wallet that he need to close all that money in. Salute, brother. I appreciate it, brother. Wow. And he just keep doing it. So just think about that. I really want y'all to think about this. You got cats who can't be alone with their thoughts in their hotel or their Airbnb, right? And so they choose to stay out all night. And I'll be sitting in me, I'll be in my Airbnb or hotel chilling, head up on the pillow, chilling. And I don't be watching TikTok or none of that. I stay away from everything American when I'm overseas, unless family members or friends go through WhatsApp and they start sending it and posting it like crazy. But when I'm overseas, that's my valuable time. And that's crazy. They'll sit out there all night long. And I'm like, and then you got some cats, they can't be alone. They have to be with a woman overseas. They have to. They have to be with a woman. It's like they can't be in alone with their own thoughts, or they feel like they, I don't know if it's a hiccup sexually. So, but they have to be with a woman. Okay. Shout out to Traveler Quadruple Four. Shout out to Roll Out Dow. Shout out to Jamel. Jamel's a cool dude, man. He tell it like it Ti is. Salute to him. Salute to Mr. Brother Zeke. Salute to him, man. Most definitely. Salute to Mark B, the real, like, donating OG of this shit on my channel. Salute to him. Salute to MG Virgie. Salute to him. Salute to Rollout Dow, who always supports. Salute to all of y'all, man. I might not be, man, if you listen, if I see your comments and y'all ask me when I'm going live again, no, oh, Brother Zeke did it again. Oh, Brother Zeke said, I got to come in the mix. Yo, salute to Brother Zeke, man. Damn, right before I went off, salute. If you guys, like, in my community section, if I do a community post or something like that, you guys say yes while you ain't live. Y'all don't understand. I look at you guys' message. I might can't respond right away because of like instances what I told y'all just happened, and I might be asleep for like 2 or 3 days, entertain people for 5 days and got to sleep. You see what I'm saying? So understand, he said just a little bit. Appreciate it, Brother Zeke. But understand, if y'all say yes, why you ain't go live? And I see more of those messages on my old videos. Yes, we want to see you live. But y'all, it's so much pride. Cats don't do that. Cats got so much pride, or they want to seem like as somebody else gonna see this. You know why you know why I last long in this business and I can take the brunt and the bully and all of that stuff that they do online. They could call my mama names. They can, you know why I can take all that, call me names, find family members and stuff like that. And you know why I can take all of that? What's all been done to me since the Blog Talk days. You know why I can take that? Simply because I don't give a fuck. I am who I am. You can call me Josh, from Josh in English to Yesh in Hebrew. Don't matter to me. I don't care. I really don't. Just know that I don't run from nothing. I am who I am, and I respect you for being who you are. So, um, and I'm not using the I am that I am from the scriptures. I'm talking about something totally different. So let's just make that clear. But salute to all of y'all, man. Peace to you. Go run the tape back. I'm out.